What's up, guys? It's Scarce here. Welcome to the 8th episode of the BYOM podcast. And today we got Marcus, the man, the myth, the legend. I like how you wear your watch military style.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that.
I noticed it too. That is pretty cool.
And it's all coordinated.
I know, the green with the green.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got Marcus,
Mhm.
friend since freshman year.
Yeah, freshman
And
year.
we didn't have any planned.
But my dad bought
things.
Humex.
Yeah, so we got Humex again, but you can't go wrong with Humex. Have you had Humex before?
No, never have.
Really?
Nope.
He
Oh,
bought it.
that's perfect.
I am like literally a strictly root beer kind of guy.
Oh, I hate root beer.
I know. A lot of people don't.
It's like minty. Dude, I can't open it with these freaking nails. Ouch. Thank you.
Ooh. I
Do you like
that.
it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He said,
Oh,
ooh.
we forgot to tell you, you have your own M. Obviously, you
mean-
make your own M. Marcus, I'll bring your own Marcus.
I just say,
Oh.
dude, I just say, remember, my initials are literally
We're number 5, we got
Number
For
5,
real.
we got.
Well, I actually had my parents not got married. I actually could have been Mur. It would have been Martin Marcos Romero.
Myrrh. That's funny.
There's
So it's an M. So you're Marcus or what?
Yeah,
Alright.
bring your own Marcus.
He's one of the
That's
impractical jokers. Murr.
Murr.
One of their names is Murr.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mur.
I didn't know that. Weird. So
Dude, fuck that quick. Oh my
I know.
God.
I already don't know what to say.
She gives me this look, dude. She's just like,
What are we
Once I
talking
don't know
about?
what to say, yeah.
like of the utmost concern. Like, what are we gonna?
I don't know what to talk about. So I guess we can talk about how your film thing, because I actually really like.
Oh, yeah. So, like, do you want me to, like, talk about, like, how I kind of, like, came to it? Or
Well, yeah, if you want, or like how you were saying that they wanted to expand the.
Yeah. Personally, in my opinion, like Hollywood is nice. It's good. It like produces a lot of revenue for the industry and whatnot. But like personally, I don't think we need to be always so concentrated on one area. So like since I was originally going to go into aerospace engineering, there's not one company who does everything.
Yeah.
So there's like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Grumman Air Company. There used to be American Airlines, or is American Airlines. Let's see, I forgot what it was, but it was like another American company. It was like something America. I can't remember what it was called at the moment, but they disbanded around like 1956, I think. And they made like one of my favorite airplanes, like the P-51 Mustang. So freaking good. The ingenuity, the ingenuity behind it is so awesome.
My man with airplanes off the get go.
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
Kat,
good.
don't say what you don't
Does
say.
Kat
it.
watch?
Don't say it. I hope she does.
No. Yeah.
I'll probably
find
tell
out.
her about this
Okay, you should.
because like
You better.
she'll immediately just go like that's your plane stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, for real.
I don't.
That's funny.
But yeah, like the same thing with that. Like I think that we need to branch out as far as like film because like I feel like the more people will have, the better the industry will become. And, like the more interesting and creative thought will come in, and like more critical thinking and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna ask you this. It's like kind of not related, but I feel like we talked about this at school. But remember the whole Joker and the Parasite, the movie Parasite.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna say the Joker memes.
No,
I
no,
love
no.
those.
I don't remember Parasite. I don't think I've seen it. Now that I think
Okay,
about it.
yeah, I've just watched it, but did you hear about the thing? This is old news, but where Parasite got best foreign film, and best film of the year? Yeah, how'd you
What's your
feel about
take
that?
on
I heard good things about it. I definitely was not a fan of Black Panther winning. Personally, I do really love on how they branched out to the African American community because I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
And like rest in peace Chadwick Boseman. Jesus, like
Yeah.
man, that sucks.
Out of
Right?
Yeah, it
nowhere.
Wait, what did that film win?
Like best action movie, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
But as far as like the Marvel thing, I thought Endgame should have
Won?
done it. Yeah, because like Endgame was like
Yeah,
where
Endgame was
everything-
crazy.
They built that shit up. You know.
Like it was pretty good.
was
Like
so
even
damn
if
good.
you're not into those movies, like just watching the movie, it's like the fuck. I don't know.
I really don't want to sound fucked up. Well, first I have to answer me this. Did it win after he died or before he died?
I think it I think it won after he died.
Do you think that had some influence? Like, I'm not trying to sound like a dick at all.
Probably. I mean, if it won after, then yeah, probably.
If personally for me, if it has to win in validation for what it did, like it has, like I get it's like an action movie, so it's just plainly for action, but it definitely had a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Social impact on our on the African American community, and and that's great.
Yeah,
it really is. But like I think when it comes to that, especially because it kind of ties into some other stuff, that I personally think people need to stop seeing things so black and white, literally and figuratively, and it pisses me off so much.
I was trying to keep a straight face when you said that. I was just like,
I know.
Like it kind of pisses me off sometimes too, because then there's like people on like this side that are like blah blah blah, and people
that side, yeah.
Both of y'all shut up. Like, please just shut the fuck up. Sit your ass down and let me explain like the positives of both of
the
y'all.
dude
like,
in the
God.
middle, the dude in the middle, like
I know, literally.
And I hate calling myself a centrist because like
okay, my vocabulary stops there. What's a centrist?
A centrist is someone who thinks that either both sides are bad or both sides are good, and they are literally fence sitters. They're literally just that.
Okay.
And so a lot of people criticize them for not taking a side.
Which is so stupid.
It is stupid. I do have firm beliefs on both left and right. So it's just like I have firm beliefs here and I have firm beliefs here.
No, I totally agree with you.
And I'm not a centrist. I'm an independent. That's what I am.
Yeah.
And so...
What is independent?
I should.
And so I think we need to have more of that. So as far as like a gray areas. Because like, I'll be entirely honest. They talk about diversity, but I don't see a lot of me.
I agree with you there.
I do not see a whole lot of Mexicans or Asians.
I agree with you because a lot of people are like, it needs to be more diverse. All right, let's have a movie with black people. All right, how about Asians, Hispanics, all the rest of them? Like, where are we at?
And then in the corner you have the furries. Like, where are we at? And everyone's like, whoa.
Ew, no.
It's like whoa. Too much.
And then they made cats. No, I'm just kidding.
Ew, but no, I agree. It's like
but like
it's too much of either.
Yeah, that's what frustrates me because it's just like we need to come together, like unity. I'm gonna take a page out of that guy's book. We need unity.
And then if they do make like a movie out of like Hispanics, it's always like the cartel or some shit. Like it's never a good movie. It's always them being drug dealers.
The little Narcos theme song in the background.
Yeah, for real. Oh
Actually, when you said that, and that kind of reminded me of something that I'm doing right now. Because after I had thought about like that film thing, I'm kind of slowly developing something that if I get successful, I have something planned. It's gonna be like, kind of like a superhero movie, kind of. I'm not sure if they should be an anti-hero or a regular hero or not, because like I want them to be compelling to the point where it can be someone that a lot of people can relate to.
I think anti-hero.
Yeah,
I think that's more
different.
Because like with anti-hero, I have studied like literally so many YouTube videos, which I want to go a little bit more into writing now, of like. As far as like how well written so many anti-heroes are and how well put they just evoke humanity, because not everyone is perfect, and that's my main issue when it comes to Superman. He's so damn perfect that he can't do any wrong.
But he's no Walter White.
That's why I love Superman though.
Yeah,
I love Superman.
And I know this is like a common argument that he's like not relatable and all that stuff, and like to some extent I kind of agree with that, but I kind of don't, because like. Batman, Jesus, he's relatable. I was even talking to my mom about that, on how there's certain things I feel that I'm like that I had the opinion of Batman on how there needs to be redemption for certain people, that they could be rehabilitated.
Superman doesn't think that.
No, he doesn't. He either just thinks take out the bad guy and things are done, or save the good guys and everything's done. It's just like there's a little bit more of a gray area right there. It's not so black and white. Nothing is ever that black and white. So like, as much as I want to reluctantly say this, please bleep this out if you can't say this, but like the Nazis, for instance.
I'm pretty sure you could say that.
I don't know.
I don't want to like offend anyone, but like Nazis, if you look at it from the Germans' perspective, literally just the Germans.
Shit.
Period.
I don't like where this is going.
You probably won't, but like, think about it. The Germans were literally in a situation that we are in right now. Poverty is pretty darn low. Their economy is absolute crap. their army isn't that great because after World War One, of course. And so the only person that they thought could save them was Hitler, because he provided all this stuff for them and slowly grew in popularity. And because he grew in popularity, he was just like, I will save the world. I will save Germany by doing these things. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
No, it doesn't show up in post. You're fine.
Okay. So it's just like they saw a hero in him, despite what he was going to do, because he didn't tell people what he was going to do, except for like his closest people in the Nazi Party. As much as I don't want to use that, you kind of have to look at it as objectively as possible. He was literally saying that I am going to save the world, or our world.
Yeah.
Ich bin something. I don't know. And it's just like, I think it can be a little difficult to come to that realization. And I can say the same thing about anything else.
Like,
Yeah,
it's just you just disregard someone in history. Like, you're like, okay, they were a bad guy. It's like, obviously Hitler did some messed up shit, but if you try to argue that he wasn't a genius, then you're incorrect. You're just wrong.
Yeah. In fact, I would say that he had good leadership skills.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he just so happened to know how to talk correctly.
he knows how to manipulate people. He was good at that. I mean, you can't say he wasn't.
There's just so many things like
It doesn't mean it's right, but he was.
that dude was
He
cracked.
could do it. Yeah.
He was literally going insane towards World War II
Because
before he killed
you
himself.
have so much shit on your mind. You're literally like on the edge of humanity. You know what I mean?
Literally, it's remarkable, to be entirely honest. It's
Yeah.
just like, this dude was so bad, but like he did things so damn good.
But and then I just think about people dying fucking in
If-
camps and shit. I'm just like, oh my god.
If he had like that much dedication to something good, that would have been great. Like he would have been like,
I think
Um,
if my facts are correct, you guys can correct me, or whoever's going to correct me. Supposedly he actually had plans to preserve wildlife in Africa. Supposedly, he was like PETA
Dude,
in that.
that was
sector.
his
I don't want to
one-
hype Hitler up too
No,
much.
I really don't
Oh
want
my
to
God.
either, because it's just like he literally had that idea that was literally ahead of its time, because a lot of poaching was a lot more frequent. And don't even get me started on that, because I recently come to like a realization when it comes to certain things about that.
Do you think that right now, for like America in particular, that we need a Hitler or else we're not gonna work out? We need a new Hitler.
like a good Hitler. Is that what you mean?
No, when I say Hitler, I mean Hitler. Like,
No.
cause it's like, I mean, it would save us, like you're saying, from
would-
the Germans' perspective, but at the same time, it would be at the expense of
This was a scary
someone else.
conversation to have.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry
I
I brought
know.
this up.
No, I'm pretty sure people will think this is interesting.
I don't know. I'm scared that people are gonna say like,
Content.
okay,
If you want to like rage me, go ahead and come to my house.
swat you.
It's 666-666-6666.
There's only one number you have to remember.
And that's 6. Honestly, I don't know. Like, that's a real tough question. Like, would I rather have someone who is going to save our economy, our way of life, in the expense of others?
Oh,
I don't
God.
think that is the wisest choice, obviously, because I'm a human being and I care about human beings themselves. But, I mean, I'm a fairly strong believer of America first, because, like,
Oh, yikes.
because like we're not the greatest country in the world. I'm gonna say that plain and simple. We're not, but we're certainly one of the best. We're not the best, but we're one of the
All
best.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's debatable.
Freedom of speech is so rampant here in America, and I love that. I love how we are able to just speak our mind right now. Like if we were in Russia, I couldn't talk. If we were in China, I couldn't talk. Maybe Japan, but I don't think so. Israel, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not that well versed. Correct me if I'm wrong for my ignorance. Mexico, maybe. Canada, I do know they have restrictions.
But it's like obvious restrictions. I think it's like obvious things you can't say. But I love Canada. I think Canada is probably
I almost just died.
almost the best country.
I'm of the like I said, I'm of the opinion that we're one of the best. We're not the best. We're one of the best.
Who's the best?
No one. I say no one because there's no such thing as a perfect
Best,
nation.
Yeah,
Because every government is literally corrupt, even ours.
I agree. Sadly, it has to come to that. Yeah.
Just because we're boys, dude.
You never answered my
we're
question.
human.
Which one?
Parasite.
Parasite or Joker?
Oh,
Oh no, how you felt about it winning two for best foreign film and best film? Do you think it should have won both?
Well, like I said, I haven't seen it. I have been wanting to see it. I've heard good reviews about it.
It wasn't that. It was not that good.
Pretty good.
It was good, but to win 2 awards, come on. I don't know, dude. It wasn't like, oh shit. I was like, that's it.
I could say the same thing about Last of Us 2.
Last.
I didn't see the reviews on it. I didn't see any gameplay.
So the gameplay was good. The story was crap.
You're talking about the game?
Last of Us 2.
Okay, yes.
Not the TV show that's coming out.
I thought you were talking about like a movie. I was like, I don't think I've seen it.
Did you
No.
see PewDiePie's reviews on it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
But Parasite, I have not seen. I went to go
How
see
about the
Joker.
Joker?
I
Did
went
you
to go
like
see-
it?
Oh god, it was so good.
Yeah,
I
it
think you would
was.
like the Joker more than Parasite. I can tell you. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you would. And I don't think you would have.
Parasite was good, but Joker was pretty good.
I think
Joker was damn good.
It was good. It was really good.
It was a good movie. And a lot of people were comparing it to Taxi Driver. And I've seen a few videos about like Taxi Driver when it comes to like masculinity and like other things. And I really want to watch it now because it's so interesting. I understand it can like go like really deep and it's just like, whoa, what the hell did I just see? But like Joker was kind of like that supposedly, and just like Joker was a good movie. It had good cinematography, it had good writing, it had good actors.
The acting
Joaquin
was.
Phoenix is awesome. Just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
acting was
How would you-
amazing.
yeah.
Walk the
Literally.
Line is one of my favorites from him. I freaking love Johnny Cash.
You like Johnny Cash?
Yeah, I do. I play a few songs on the guitar too. So and I need to get back into that
This
too.
guy's a stud, dude.
I know, right?
Really?
He's stunning. No, but I mean, no matter how good Parasite was, I don't. It's a foreign film, okay? Win best foreign film, but give the movies from here justice. Like, come on, like it shouldn't have 1, 2. That shouldn't even be allowed. I didn't even think that was allowed for it to win 2 awards. Like,
You know,
don't
there's a lot of controversy when it comes to especially American films on how they're really bad, especially in the anime industry. Apparently,
Yeah.
and I really do like anime. I've been getting
Anime
into
Wars.
it. No,
You mean Food Wars?
Food.
Yeah, I
Anime
would say
Wars,
if you-
Food
talking about
Wars.
Food Wars. No,
My
I have
bad.
not seen that. I've not seen that.
Don't watch
Please
that.
don't.
Yeah, I've heard not to watch it. I've actually seen a clip of it. I'm just like, what the.
Even in the normal animes, they have the girls like fucking skirts their asses out, their titties are out, and they're like, they make like those moaning noises. Like, dude, why do you have to do that? Like, you're just adding to the over sexualization of women. I just hate it. That's why I don't like anime that much, because it's like, kids, watch this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I can understand that. Yeah,
But
I
there
can
are some
understand
animes that I know that are not like that. Like Dragon Ball Z. That's not really like that, right?
that. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z focuses on like the action. Dragon Ball does focus on like the action, the like the storytelling and whatnot. But they do have like some things, especially with a character named Bulma, who's like supposedly like
Bulma?
Yeah, Bulma is like the really attractive one. So they kind of sometimes they will kind of like sexualize. Her
I hate that so much. But see, the anime I like is like the story one, like Slice of Life. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, slice of life.
I like those. So those are usually the ones that are like that because it's like about life in the anime community.
Oh yeah.
The community itself, Jesus Christ.
Oh no, yeah, that's a whole different story.
Like,
Disgusting.
My Hero Academia. I love the show, but I hate the fandom so goddamn much.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It's
But
just
that's like almost
ah,
any
they ruined
anime.
it.
Yeah, like
And
My
I
Hero
hate-
Academia,
why
I'm
do
like,
they
this
have
is
to do
entertaining.
that?
I was like, this is really entertaining. And then I meet someone who's like, you watch it too? I'm just like, fuck, dude. I'm not like about it like that. And they have like a little Izuku hat on. I'm like, oh
I hate.
shit, dude.
I'm sorry, but like,
I'm not that
come
deep.
on. It really makes everyone else look, just gross.
Insane.
It makes it like when someone says anime, I'm always like, just because people kind of ruin it. But now it's like a thing to like it. Like if you like anime, you're cool now. And I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Y'all were literally making fun of people who liked anime last year, and now all of a sudden it's cool. And it's like, bye.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
I mean, I'm not that into anime. Like, I like it because I kind of do get some like story inspiration from it, and they have such good storytelling sometimes.
Yeah,
like
I
sometimes
agree.
like the writing is just so damn good. Just
I
like,
agree.
Man, like why can't our industry be like
And
that?
I like the style, like the drawing, like what is it called?
It's
the way
2D
it looks.
animation.
Illustration.
The illustration, it's really nice.
animation.
I really like that animation a lot. But
Well, illustration and animation are like two
Yeah.
whole different things.
okay, I like the animation. I like the way they look. Like I like how they draw them.
I
But
think that's illustration.
Illustration.
Yeah,
Okay.
it gets
The animation is how it
I like how they
moves and
move
whatnot.
and
Forget what I'm
stuff, right?
saying,
Is how it's
dude.
okay,
drawn.
I like both. They're both really. I love that about it. But
Can
I
you
don't know.
Can you name one off the top of your head where you're like, that anime is like pretty
Stars Align.
stars align?
It's about tennis.
I haven't
It's
seen
really
it.
good, and they do not. Have you seen it? No way.
I haven't finished it yet, but I have seen it.
I haven't
because
finished it
I
either.
watched it. I'm just like, oh, the good times.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
I love that. You should watch it. I think you would really like it.
I saw it. I'm just like, I can relate so much.
And they don't have
Just a
that
little.
nasty stuff in there too. Well, not really, yeah, but it's really good. You should
It's
watch
there.
it.
It's there.
Well, yeah, I don't know why anime isn't gonna have it, but it's not like its main thing, you know.
No.
Wait, that was like, that was your own idea for starting it. Are you sure you want me to put that up? Like, what if someone tries to steal your idea?
I will do my best to market this as soon as I can, because like I've actually been thinking about doing like a short film with it to start off, and then once I'm a little better at like getting what I need to get up with as far as like film and whatnot, and then once I'm successful and where I think that this film can be successful, boom,
Yeah.
just release it. It's just like
Yeah,
That was,
you know I'm a good writer and
like,
whatnot.
when you said at the same time, I was like, what movie is this?
I know.
Batman, effectively, a little bit of Batman. Like got a little bit of inspiration from Spawn and Ghost Rider because after.
Dude, Spawn. Oh,
Mhm.
fuck,
Ghost Rider.
dude.
I cannot wait for the Spawn movie, this next Spawn movie that's coming out because McFarlane has already said as much that there is a reboot coming.
Dude,
I'm like, I'm so excited.
Spawn was such a good character, dude. I was like, I was like, why couldn't he come out now? Where like people had the production and now stuff looks better on screen, you know,
Mhm.
and the writing is better.
Yeah. Well, because and I watched the HBO series too, and I freaking loved it, and then they canceled it off a cliffhanger. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Damn.
That's so funny.
The movie was horrible though. I'm just gonna say that the movie was absolutely horrendous. And this-
Horrendous.
And so after all of that would happen, like 10, 15 years later, around like 2020, 2021 time period, he kind of like learned how to like fend off for himself and in the city and whatnot. He has his own warehouse that he just so happens to have because it's abandoned. He kind of like learned how to shoot and whatnot, so he knows how to use guns. He's dressed in black, and so he's literally the embodiment of the Grim Reaper. And I've actually been doing studies on like the mythology of the Grim Reaper.
Who was like the person that died that had the powers at the same time as him, or whatever he is now?
Yeah, so
What powers did they have?
So effectively, and this is interesting too, because I freaking love on how I came up with this. It's teleportation, but it's not teleportation on how you think it is. So like, you know how I can teleport right here. Ah, yeah. I can like teleport right here, right? And I can teleport to that chair, and I'd still be in my same position. If I teleport, say I'm in like a fight or something like that, and this really big dude grabs me by the legs and tosses me, and I can take that momentum and teleport somewhere else and angle myself back at him, and I can slash him from his back or something.
Kind of sounds like Miro,
Who's that?
the dude who can no clip in My Hero Academia. Remember how he angles his body?
Yeah.
And
Kind
he
of
can't
like
exist at the same time. That reminds me of that, where it's like he does this thing where he keeps like bouncing and using the momentum of himself.
that. Yeah. So and yeah, that's kind of what I came up with to that extent. So like he uses his own momentum, but he's still in that same form or that same body position, and he can use that as like
It's crazy.
freaking momentum stuff. And then I kind of also came up with, since he's technically dead, I came up with this really interesting thing on how, since he's dead, I'm not sure if I want to add if he doesn't feel anything. And since he was once alive, he's just like, I can't feel anything. Like, I want to feel like love. I want to feel
That's
sadness
depressing.
and
Wouldn't
and all
that make him?
stuff.
Wouldn't that make him like a psychopath?
Well, that would definitely make him an anti-hero, because the best example I can come up with is the Punisher. The Punisher is a completely flawed character, but everyone loves him because of how badass he is to some extent. And so like he is a complete war veteran of like Vietnam, or depending on where he is in the comics as of now. And he's so flawed to the point that he loves war. He loves violence. But like he says he does it for a good reason. He says he does. He says he does it for his family and whatnot. But like internally, he's thinking, I love this. I love the blood. I love the eat lead, motherfuckers. It's just so like that's what makes him a flawed
Yeah.
character. But he also has like certain attributes that he likes. So like, and a lot of people do point out on how he's very critical towards the police, because he's just like, you guys aren't doing your jobs right, so I'm gonna do it for you, motherfuckers. Like, God,
The
get your shit.
Punisher.
So it's just like, then that's what he does. And so I kind of wanted to do that because I don't want him to be a completely perfect character, because that doesn't make an anti-hero. An anti-hero is flawed. An average character should be flawed, but like an anti-hero is human. Like not whether they are human or not, they are literally supposed to be the embodiment of humanity and how flawed we are, but how successful and how perfect we are at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You came up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how long?
I've come up with that, and there's like a few more powers with it too, in like the past 2 years.
Yeah, man.
Have you, like, been writing this
Yeah,
down?
have you put it forth? Like, besides writing, have you like done anything else with it beyond just?
Oh, because you
jotting
can
it
draw.
down?
You can draw, right?
I can draw a little bit.
Have you hired anyone like?
Not hired, but
Yeah,
have you
not
drawn
hired.
anything?
I've actually thought about asking Corbin. I'm not sure if you remember him.
Yes, I do. Can he
Corbin,
draw?
yeah, he's a good
Yeah.
drawer.
I didn't know. Corbin could
Although,
draw.
like the only thing is, I have a problem with his animation because his animation is a little too goofy and it's a little too
Like cartoony,
childish.
kind
yeah,
of?
cartoony.
Okay.
And I don't want it to be like completely cartoony, but like I have also kind of thought about bringing that to like the anime industry because I feel like that would be a good anime to some extent. I just don't, I just don't know, you know, because like I could literally just take that story anywhere, and I'm really afraid that like for me to come up with something that decent, and then for it to be just completely corrupt with people's primary agendas for certain things. Because yes, I'm adding inclusivity and diversity into it, but that's not the main objective. The main objective is to tell a story, to tell, like, to have critical thinking and to really entertain people. And that's my dream, to be entirely honest, to entertain people and have people to learn how to critically think. Because we can't all just have one
Yeah.
mindset of
Dude,
things.
I like you put it so well. Like that's what I want to do, but like obviously not with like I'm not so good with like drawing or any of the stuff that you said that you're good at, like thinking of writing and stuff. But I do want to entertain people. Like how you just put it right there was beautiful.
That's
Thank you.
crazy. Damn.
That was like when I
Yeah.
heard that I was like, dude, that's what I want to do. I can never fucking put it into words.
Yeah.
I just did it for you. You're
Thanks,
welcome.
bro.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Damn,
So-
this is good.
It is, right? You like it?
It really is.
And
I
they're
do like
cheap,
that.
dude. They're like 70 cents.
Really?
each. Yeah, or
Wow.
like 90. I don't know, but they're cheap.
You wanna know what I want to try? What is it? Not so long ago, like it became a meme. Especially, I saw it a lot in like the gun industry right now. It was like how to end racism because like the dude, like got like a, what was it?
How to end racism.
It was like he got like a bottle of like certain tea that's like that has a little bit of alcohol in it, but I can't remember what
Twisted
it's called.
tea?
Yeah, it's twisted tea. When I'm
Uh-huh.
old enough, I want to try it and see how good it is. You know, support anti-racism.
Twisted tea.
It's not good.
Is it really?
No.
What is it?
It's tea mixed with alcohol, basically. It's like sweet tea mixed with alcohol. Yeah, I was gonna ask, are you more conservative or liberal?
I definitely have more conservative ideas, but I definitely do support some liberal ideas.
Like what? What's your conservative?
My conservative, definitely 2A rights. I'm definitely very headstrong when it comes to the Second Amendment.
Okay.
Bear arms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the right to bear arms.
Okay, I'm
and-
like rusty at that.
yeah. So like, I mean, I understand like certain complaints about certain things that come from the right and the left. I tend to have a lot of criticism for the left because they have good ideas, but sometimes they don't execute it correctly. And I can say the exact same thing about the right. But I just don't like the blatant black and white again, as far as like, oh, all right people are white supremacists, or oh, all left-leaning people are libtards. It's just like, just shut up.
That word.
You never heard that?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay, I was
I've heard it
gonna
all
say.
the time.
A recent artist that I've been listening to a lot is Tom McDonald. I'm not sure if y'all have heard of him. He's a fairly small rapper, or yeah, he's a rapper. If you look up some of his music videos, recent music videos, there's definitely certain opinions that I can that I almost completely agree with him on, or partially agree with him on. But he's a Canadian, so it's kind of funny because he's like Crowder, because he's like Canadian, but he talks about like American things.
Yeah.
So like for him, I think he may lean, as far as like the American perspective, conservative, but I think he may have left-leaning ideas, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, I know a lot of people who lean left, and I'm perfectly fine with that because they can think however they want. If they want to convince me of something that I believe in, they can certainly try, depending on what it is and how they go about it. Is my problem.
Yeah.
So like, let's see, for like the left, women's rights. Women's rights. I am, for the most part, I'm for women's rights. You know, equal equality. I think that needs to exist.
Yeah.
I don't know where else to go from that.
Okay, how about I feel like we talked about this.
That's the reason itself, is because you're scared to say anything, even though you're like adamant on your opinions.
Yeah, I am.
In like enforcing their like oppressed opinions, they've done the same thing to everyone else's. Sad to you hate to see it.
How about
I think that's the issue I have with that whole thing, is people go too far with it and try to silence others.
That's my problem. Censorship is the worst thing that can ever possibly happen in our age right now. I
For
freaking
real.
hate it. It's just like with the whole situation with Donald Trump. I don't think that was the right move, but it's their company. They're allowed to do what they want because it's a private company. So I've heard a lot of examples of if someone came into your home and you didn't like them, you can kick them out. It's your home. So it's around the same lines as that. But the problem that I have with that is that they have so much power. Twitter has so much power to just
Sadly.
do that, that other countries are just like, ban it. That's how scary that is. That's my fear, is that Twitter has so much power that they can just do that to anyone. That's my problem with that.
I agree.
And then not so long ago, apparently I saw something about like a gun shop owner in Arkansas reject someone buying anything with a BLM mask on.
Oh wow, that's
I am of the firm belief that's stupid in its own self, but it's his shop, it's his store.
Yeah, just
he
go
has the
to
right
one.
to do
Yeah,
that.
another
and
one. Just go to another
like
one.
there's a price for that. You don't get his business, and you also like, if people hear about that, like obviously you heard about it, other people will be like, okay, I don't want to support him, so that's his decision. But like then you get to the fucking level that Google's on, where they can influence the world, and you're like, is that okay?
That's why I have a problem with echo chambers, because echo chambers are so bad, whether it be right or left. It's just like, we don't need that. We need diversity, if you will.
It's like the remember you told me about the cake thing, about the gay people with the cake, where these gay guys were getting married and they're asking different like cake
yeah.
shops to make their cake, and this one dude said no because it's not like his religion is like not for gay marriage, and so he was just like no, and they made like they wanted to sue him.
Yeah, like they
Doing a
went
whole
after
thing
the
out
cake
of it.
shop, so it's like, okay, like what we just said, it is their choice to like not, okay, they lose your business, you just go to another one.
Yeah, you just go to another one.
But if you just keep going, you're basically doing the same thing as they initially did, where they just don't accept gay people for fucking some reason.
It's like I don't know. It's pretty stupid. Just literally go to the one down the street. Who cares?
It's just, if that doesn't work, go to another one.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a problem when all of them are gonna say no, but that's really rare. Like, who honestly cares about that?
No,
That's
it's
very
like,
rare to
It's
find.
like modern
is.
time. I'm sure you could find like 95% of cake shops would be like, okay, lit.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Let
just
me
like,
just
all right,
go
cool.
on
You're,
Amazon.
you're gay.
Especially because
okay.
it's a cake shop, they probably get that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Because and I definitely don't like that either, because that's also my other problem when it comes to the film industry in Hollywood, that Hollywood only ever focuses on the people of like Twitter. Like they do nothing but Twitter. I hate Disney right now because of how contradicted they are on Twitter, because they think
Like they're pushing like stuff on Twitter, like watch this, like adding.
yeah, and it's just like normal people aren't like this. Average everyday Americans are just like, you're gay, okay,
Yeah.
you're gay. That's all. That's all there is to it. You're gay. You're straight. All right. You're lesbian. All right. You're black. All right. You're Mexican. Fine. Just don't take my weed. I don't know. Just, like I said, I'm of the firm belief that there needs to be moderation almost in everything, depending on what it is. So like killing someone, obviously there's no moderation when it comes to that.
Yeah.
That's black and white. That's wrong morally.
Yeah, I
Don't.
know.
But
Unless.
when I say morally, that's where things kind of get gray, because I think morality is different when it comes to us. When it comes to us Americans, and especially when it comes to the Chinese, Japanese, Russians, Africans, Germans, English. It depends. It really does.
Your
depend.
values are gonna be different depending on your circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. So like for instance, in Africa, I'm pretty sure the minority are white people or white Africans, and that's not necessarily a problem. It just is what it is, and it's the same thing over here. The minority is pretty much people of color, and I don't think that's inherently wrong, because there is going to be a majority of something no matter what.
Oh, I was gonna say something. So the whole thing about like some people think when you're referring, this is kind of not related, but I want to say what you think. When people say like when you refer to like a black person, people say to say POC, people of color.
I've never
Just call
heard
a
that.
spade
You
a
never heard that?
spade. Just call a spade a spade.
Wait, like just call them by their name. I was just
Okay.
trying to be funny. People will
Well,
interpret
no, but
that
I'm
in a
saying
racist
when you're
way.
talking like in history or something, you're like, yeah, like black people back then were oppressed or whatever. But people were like, no, you can't be saying black people. You have to say POC. Like on Twitter, people literally say put POC, people of color. And I remember this one time at school. I'm not gonna say their name because they might watch this, but I remember I was talking about it. I was like, I don't know what I was talking about, probably history, and I was like, yeah, black people, blah blah blah, and then they were like, Haiti, you can't be saying that. I was like, be saying what? They're like, don't say that. Say POC. I was like, what? And they're like, people of color. And I was like, I didn't say anything. I was like, I'm just not going to say. I was like, I'm not starting this because the group I was in, it was one of those stupid people. I don't want to name
Bro,
names.
I
But
literally would have just been like, so you put a label POC on, not gonna say it, that person, right? And they would have been like, yes. And you'd be like, so when just the label black be kind of the same thing?
for
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like we don't refer to white people POW.
the fact that that's what like we refer to him as, the fact that that just happens to be a fucking pigment in the English dictionary, you're just gonna be like, you can't do that because an Asian person isn't the color Asian, but a black person is the color black. So
That's
it's
how
like
white
people make that
people,
connection,
brown
and then white
people-
people, yeah, people refer to us as
If anything, that's just making us more separated.
It is.
Like white people, black people, white. I don't fucking care. Like, come
I do
on.
I do have a problem with certain labelization, especially when everyone just puts labels on literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that does kind of get a little annoying.
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, I don't want to justify it because it's like if someone uses like a really bad word to refer to someone, obviously I'm not even gonna hint at it, then you can be like, they could just be like, oh, that's how I was raised, I don't mean nothing by it, and I'm using the accent on purpose. I don't mean nothing by it. But like, what about people like that where they're like, I don't hate them, it's just how I was raised. So it's like how I could argue how I was raised is just call them black people, but then people could be in the other perspective. It's like, no, don't do that. So
That's why-
I don't know who to go with.
That's why I have such a problem when it comes to like people saying it's like the moral thing to do. It's just like, but morality is so different compared to me and you. So like, for instance, let's say that your morality is that you're okay with me drinking this, but I'm not okay with you drinking that or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It can be some of like the literally most stupid and nonsensical things ever that have no relevance to the real world at all. And it's just like, people need to stop doing that. Like,
Seriously.
it's so annoying.
Yeah. It's all about people's intentions. It's like, I don't know.
People need to stop misinterpolating shit because people have different word choices based on where they came from. And because of all the algorithms, people are like, where I came from is the correct place. Or it makes them think that.
It's just like, shut
They're not
up.
open to like, even if it seems kind of wrong, the best thing you can do is just talk to them and be like, yo. And the other person's like, no. And if you can truly decipher, hey, they don't mean it like that. That's literally their word choice. Though they might have meant it my preferred way. Once we get over that ape fucking function in our brains where we're just like, ooh, 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 he said something, ooh, ooh. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit. Like,
It's all about persuasion, bro.
yeah, I know. Once we get over that, we can work together and understand each other's ideas. And just either be like, all right, let's go for that one, or that one's fucking stupid. Let's not.
I hate it whenever people just make assumptions about everything. It's just like, you can't just do that because like this person could have like a completely totally different life than you, so you can't
Like
you
cancel
can't just
culture?
objectify. Yes, like cancel culture. Yeah.
I'm for cancel culture. I'm just kidding. Imagine your face. You're just like,
I'm sorry. I don't know. I like that was like an immediate reaction.
You all do the outro for me.
you're like, all right, guys.
That'll conclude the.
No, dude, I'm not. I'm definitely against cancel culture.
You think,
Fuck that.
Clap back to the
David
very
Dobrik?
beginning when you were like talking about creative people. You think the world would function better with 100%
creativity.
like people who are more left and can come up with new stuff, or people who are solid and they stick to their same train of thought and they keep things going for the long term?
Moderation, my friend. Moderation is very much in key because we do need more creative people. We do need people that to go against the establishment. We do need that. But I think we also need to have some sort of root to keep us down on earth, to have us realize on what we have and have not done and what we can or cannot do in the future. So like say for instance, America, as far as like America's history, although it is a very dark one, indeed, but what country isn't? So like, for instance, Japan, almost nearly the beginning of World War II. You want to know what they did to Chinese people? You want to know what they did to other people in Asia? They literally came over to their houses, burnt down their places, did some very naughty things to their women and children, and killed and slaughtered their men.
Yes.
And it's in the Japanese, the Empire of Japan literally said that this is okay, and it's absolutely horrendous. And obviously Hitler, obviously Stalin. It's really horrible. But I don't think that necessarily blaming a singular country for everything that is done badly is a productive way of moving forward. Because the more that we look back to the past, it ends up being it ends up being negative energy, if you will, towards the people of the future. So like a lot of people tend to hate on America a lot simply because of the slavery aspect and simply because of the indigenous people. I'm not going to deny that a lot of things of what we did or the American colonists did was wrong. But I know there were some that were just like, we should be nice to, or we should at least be kind to our quote unquote slaves and either have them act like our family. Because a lot did that. A lot of people in the South, in fact, did that. And I really don't like the perspective of liberals, particularly, just saying that everyone in the South and the Confederacy was bad, and all they ever did was just make slaves do their hard work and whatnot. When that's not entirely true. There were certainly obscure places where they accepted their black slaves as family. The movie, why am I forgetting the damn name? It's a movie that takes place in the Confederate eye of the Civil War, and it's a fairly old movie, and it was actually kind of restricted by HBO because of certain content it had, and so it was from the not conservative view, but the Confederate view, because it took place mostly in the Confederacy, and so they viewed the Union as the enemy because they're just like, oh, they want to take away our job, they effectively like take away our jobs and all that stuff. When to some extent, not everyone was like that. It's just like, what's the point of war? A lot of women in that movie were just like, why do you men always talk about war? Well, I'm not. It's just like, yeah, like why the frick do we talk about that? But at the same time, like us men, us boys, we like violence. To be entirely honest,
the boys,
yeah, we like violence. We like doing that stuff.
Men are fascinated by concepts and things, and women are interested in like socialization.
Yeah,
people.
And I think that's natural. I think that's perfectly human of us. And
it's DNA, dude.
It is. It is what it is. And so like I said, like the effective degradation of accepting to be American is just so bad. Like my parents had told me that when we were younger, before 9/11 and not too long after 9/11, one of the top songs was by an artist, I think Toby Keith, and it was courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. It's one of my favorite songs. It is so American as hell. And apparently that hit top one, the number one song in the entire U.S. That's how America we were back then. But now we're just so anti-America that I believe it's unhealthy, to the point where it's just like we need to look back at our past, recognize our flaws, move forward from those flaws, and understand that, yeah, we did some pretty fucked up shit, but look at where we've gotten now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, everyone just talks about how they're so ashamed to be American, but it's like I don't know what to say about that, because we're creating history basically. So like if you really don't like to be American that bad, why don't you go do something about it?
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know, like sure our past was bad, but we weren't part of that. Like we're part of right now, and we can make a whole big difference, but instead people are just complaining about things that we've done or are doing. We can fix that.
Yeah, for sure.
But nah, people just complain.
Yeah.
All people just like to do is post on social media how bad, what bad shit's going on.
Eat hot Eat hot chip, charge their phone.
Post on Instagram.
You know,
Post
you,
they
you said the social media thing. It kind of makes me wonder how bad it was with newspapers.
Scroll through they filters.
Because it's like newspapers, comic books, and social media have all gotten the bad rap of being not good for our social environment and whatnot. Because comic books were originally supposed to be like too violent for kids and whatnot, and so that's what created like the whole rating system when it comes to the comic books. And same thing with video games. Newspapers were the exact same thing on how they were demonized because they supposedly separated humanity and made us less sociable. And oddly, the same thing for books. Like, can you believe that books were said to like, oh, they're dividing us? It's just like, okay, whoa. Books are educational. They can be literal. They can literally or illiterately be entertaining or whatever. But like with social media, I think that's even more so because of how toxic it is.
It is super toxic. Our generation has just really made it toxic. Like,
We're just salty. Like everyone is salt.
everyone just wants to be mad. Like everyone's like, oh, you should be mad. If you're not mad, you're doing something. What's that
Silence
fucking
is
quote?
violence.
Some shit, but like people are like, if you're not mad,
Silence is violence.
Yeah,
never
believe it or
heard
not. Believe it or
I've never
not.
heard that shit before.
No,
Yeah.
believe it or not, dude. Oh my
it's
gosh.
on people's bios and stuff.
Yeah. It's
But,
really
like,
insane, dude.
People, well, I forgot the fucking quote, but people,
People
are
be
like,
like,
if you're
fuck
not,
Buddhist monks, dude.
if you're not mad, you're not looking at. I don't know. Basically, like if you're not angry at what's going on right now, then you're like a bad person.
No, yeah, that's
And it's like,
holy shit.
bro, just because I don't want to be mad and look at the negatives, look at the negatives every single day of my life and post about it doesn't make me a bad person. Like, how about
We have lives.
focusing? Yeah, how about focusing on the positive things
Yeah.
and like trying to help.
Stop being so negative, man.
Like you know how on Instagram,
I'm catching bad vibes from you right now.
I don't like it.
Like, dude, chill out, man.
Have you seen
God.
on Instagram like the people posting all that stuff?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Posting
Well,
all
I
that.
mean, before, because actually I did leave Instagram not too long ago. The only reason why I have it back on is because like every now and then I'll like check on like one of my cousins or something like that and see how they're doing. But like I left Instagram purely because of that, because of
You
just the
should.
absolute toxicity.
It's just, dude, annoying. Like ever since, no one gave a fuck. Literally 2 years ago or a half a year ago, no one was saying shit.
Everything
Now,
started. I
really-
personally think everything started a year before 2016 and definitely during 2016. I'm just so sick and tired of it, dude. Like almost as much as I mentioned to you earlier about the war that we have literally been born in. It's just so frustrating. I'm sick and tired of this
I am
bullshit.
too. I don't know. It's just a trend. People just think they're cool.
War is a trend.
No,
Holy
I'm saying.
shit. President
I mean, it
Trump's
really
like,
is.
No,
It
show
really
me-
President
is.
Trump's
Oh,
fucking
that
filming a
too.
TikTok like, yo, check out new button check.
But in
new
check.
button check. The new trend.
No, I mean it's a trend to
Holy
pretend to
fuck.
care.
Oh yeah, I know. I knew what you're trying to mean, but like he was talking about war. You're like, I hate how that's a trend. I just pictured Donald
That
Trump
didn't
like,
I was actually going to say, when you
Alabama
see,
ISIS.
when we were talking about POC and you said POW, I just immediately thought prisoner of war. I'm just going to say that.
Prisoner of
not person
war.
of white color. Asian.
Person of color, person of white. I didn't even mean to say.
Well,
POW.
technically, they are white. They are a white person, and so they are a color of.
POW.
Pow. So like,
Pow. We call them pows.
ah,
I have to kind of piss too.
See?
No, but I can hold it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
don't hold it as long as I did, because I was in there a good minute.
Pearl.
Power washing my fucking toilet.
You're welcome.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
You know, when you go to the car wash and you're just getting into that shit on the windshield.
That's disgusting.
Dude, there's this funny meme. I always talk about it. It's so stupid. It's literally just like it's showing like a strong ass beam of something or like a stream of something, and it's just like my piss when I see a shit stain on the toilet bowl.
Ew.
Oh my god.
That's gross.
Or it was like a picture of like SpongeBob with like a squirt gun or something, or just something like really.
Man, that storm was nuts, man.
Did you like it?
I actually did like it. I felt like I was back in Germany. Only Germany's snow was like that much thicker, at least.
God
Crazy.
damn, man.
Did your power go out?
Nope.
Me neither.
Nope.
Yeah, I know,
my power did not go up. But that-
Everyone that always gets salty and we're like, ours didn't go out.
People
Well,
are like, okay.
I mean, for me, the logic that I use is that since I literally live in medical center, I'm down the street from health careers and I'm further down the street from the hospital. And the hospital is an essential business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they need power, especially to take care of all the
Yeah,
COVID
yeah,
patients
yeah.
and any other medical attended needs that they need to make. So they need to have power.
They
you
have
know?
generators, no?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
I don't know.
they should.
Yeah, they do. I don't know why we didn't get our power out. Like, I
Probably
don't
got
know, we were
lucky.
just lucky.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
seriously.
super lucky.
It's crazy.
I know the water was a little tainted for us though, just
Really?
a little bit.
I
Yeah.
don't think ours was. You would know, right?
I don't know. I was too scared to even try it. I was like, I have a bunch of Dasani. No,
The
just
whole
kidding.
thing where you had to boil water, I was like, what the fuck? And I feel like not many people knew about it.
Yeah, that scared me.
I swear if that's true, I'm gonna be so disappointed in humanity even further.
What?
What?
Because like that's basic survival instinct, right? There. Well, not survival instinct, but survival knowledge that you boil water if you think it's unsafe.
Oh no! I know that you're supposed to do that, but I didn't know that it was I didn't know the water was unsafe. I thought it was cool. And then someone's like, "Yeah, don't drink the water." I was like,
Yeah.
"What?"
If my science is correct, it's mostly because of like the temperatures. Like they went so far down that the rust kind of like falls out from inside the pipes or something like
Yeah.
that, and so that's why that rust comes in.
It's so sad how unprepared we were.
Yeah, for
People
real.
literally freaked out again. It was like a Corona part 2. People literally bought everything.
Corona
from
Part 2.
Well, and then what's even worse about that is that supposedly taxation for food is going to go up, and so
Why?
inflation is going to go up too, and it's going to be really
Because there's more demand for it.
more
What was
demand
it?
for it. That was me. You know that?
Oh,
Oh, dude.
it's your ringtone.
Yeah,
That's your ringtone?
Yeah.
You're a
Halo.
sick fuck. That scared me.
The Halo
Yeah.
song.
Oh, it was a Halo song?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, to me, for some reason, it sounded like the
That's why
tornado
I did-
alarm.
That's why I didn't know, because I was like, what
I'd
is
say
that?
you and 2 or 3 other people already know about that. That's why I hate
That's
that
so
story.
funny.
Who?
You, Kat, and let's see. I think who else was in that classroom?
Me. Oh,
Mia.
No, Mia was
Schultz.
not in that-
Schultz.
Yeah.
Mia Schultz was in there. I know Celeste was in there.
Dude,
who
I
else was in there?
couldn't stop.
How did I not recognize that? I thought it was like
laughing.
the tornado sound.
No.
The
No,
warning
it's because through here
siren.
it did sound weird. That's why I was like, what?
Yeah, here it sounded like that, but that's funny. That's super funny.
I cannot wait for Halo
Ash
Infinite.
Wednesdays?
Like Jesus, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I freaking love Halo so goddamn much.
You still have the fucking ringtone.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Oh
do.
my
I've thought about changing it, but I'm just like, nah, this is a classic.
It's funny,
legendary.
dude. I laughed so hard at that for so long. You know the story, right?
What?
I love telling the story. So we were in math. He forgot to turn off his ringtone. It was towards the end of class, and all you hear is, and then it was like, you know what Ash Wednesday is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like, what, Tuesday?
Mhm,
It was like the day before Ash Wednesday, and then the whole class was like, what the fuck? And then our teacher was like, damn, I didn't know it was Ash Wednesday already. He was like, "Oh." But like when it was going, everyone was quiet, and Marcus was just like, I was like, "Oh," and the whole class went quiet, and I couldn't stop laughing. And I was right next to him, so I kind of felt embarrassed because everyone was just like looking at him,
Oh,
and I was
shit's
right next to
funny.
him, and I couldn't. I was dead, dude.
Dude, like 30 people just dead silent in a room with that noise.
I
And then
literally-
the
Oh, I
fact
couldn't
that the
imagine.
teacher said that had me dead.
Well,
I literally felt everyone snap their neck. I heard like,
oh my
like,
God.
oh my god, no, don't
Dude,
look at me.
That feeling where it's like, it's
And you
not,
didn't even turn it off.
it's not like you prepare for it. It's like, okay, you're gonna go on stage in a little bit and act. No, it's just like you're thrown. That shit's funny, dude.
Yeah. And you didn't do anything. You're just like waiting for it to end.
I was literally just stunned in fear
Dude,
and anxiety.
Yeah, no, he was like, was it like your message ringtone too?
Yeah, it was my message.
Okay, so that's why you were waiting for it to
Whenever
end.
embarrassing stuff happens, I try to find like a joke as a cop out. Like there, I could have been like, "Sorry, Jesus Christ just texted me." Like you,
I should have said that.
That
Son of a
would've been
bitch.
really
like
funny.
I found that humor is the best way to alleviate like
I mean,
awkwardness.
the teacher did it for you.
Yeah, he did. You know,
What's that?
Was what? Oh, battery low.
Oh yeah.
Ruh-oh, Reggie.
No, it might end in a little. Should we end it? Wait, what were we gonna say? No, I wanted. Wait, should we end it?
Yeah, but they're not gonna be able to see our beautiful faces.
All right, it's fine. Well, should I end it with the Mr. Gomez?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Mr. Gomez. We had him for history. He was our freshman year history teacher, and he was really weird. Like a lot of female students would complain and say that he was like a little awkward. Like he would touch us a lot. He would like give me massages.
Oh,
And at the time, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, he's nice. Because I was
nice.
dude, I was like, what, 13? Bitch, I don't know shit. I was like, oh, he's just being nice. But looking back, if that happened to me now, yeah, I'd be really freaked out. But I don't know. I didn't think anything of it. And then next year, he wasn't there anymore. Turns out he was dating a student and he had a wife. He was dating an 18-year-old,
Yeah.
which I guess at least was legal, but it's
still
not.
a student.
Yeah, it's still not legal, like, according to, like, school policy.
Yeah.
And he had a wife, so he
Yeah.
was cheating on his wife with an 18-year-old. Yeah, that happened at our school. That's the end.
Yeah. It's a real shame.
To be fair,
He was really cool, though.
it was legal.
It was legal,
It was legal.
but it was
I
like
swear, it was
wa-
consensual.
But it was a 40-year-old, like, with the 38-year-old
I
with
love
an
how it's just
18-year-old.
being so fucked up. I just start off with, to be fair.
No.
It's like, bro.
It's like, to be fair.
Dude, us with Hitler. All right, hear me out.
No.
The
Okay.
Bugs Bunny. Hell, hold up.
Okay.
I'm
that's the
sorry. I
end.
think Donald Duck, because like
Donald
I,
Duck.
I've seen it, like that explicit, like that whole cartoon short where he's like he's a Nazi. I'm just like, oh my god, this
Yeah,
is so
I
bad.
fucking love that meme. The communist meme, the Bugs Bunny meme. Oh, it's so good. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it up. But
Okay.
anyways, I'll do the outro. Thank y'all for watching. Well, not anymore. Listening now. God damn it.
To the 9th.
Let me just redo all of that.
Thank you for listening to the 9th episode of the eighth episode of the BYOM podcast. Thank you, Marcus, for coming.
Hey, no problem.
Do you have any parting thoughts or advice for people?
Yeah, don't be so goddamn sensitive.
Period.
God, like, come on, grow something. Grow something. Yeah,
Grow your respective. Yes.
grow a pair. Grow a pair. That's
Ooh,
all I can
grow
say.
a pair. Okay.
Grow a pair.
Cool. Thank you. And that's the end. Bye.
Deuces.
Later. I think Paris tastes weird.
Yeah, I actually like Paris.